All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Back again with another live stream, bringing you the latest in Chelsea football news. Another day filled with many twists and turns. We're going to get through all the news very, very soon. Hope each and every one of you guys are doing well. Smash the like button as soon as you come through. That would be much appreciated. And let me know how you guys are feeling. Let me know how each and every one of you guys are feeling in the live chat. It's good to always connect with you guys. It's good to see you guys on a regular basis, and even through turmoil, even through hardship that we're facing right now, it's always good to connect with fans and good to interact during these hard times, during these turbulent times, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see you, Zanish, English T2 Games, Aaron, Tarek, big up to you, Tarek. Aaron is saying, but yet again, if we win our next two games or whatever, we will be in the 7th place. But in my opinion, sure, we need to win all of our games now. Look, we got to start winning. We have to start winning. That's as simple as that. We cannot continue with this terrible decline in fortunes, which is very, very depressing, if I'm being absolutely honest. Mohammed, good to see you as well. Wa alaikum assalam, my brother. Pritam, good to see you. Mamadou, good to see you. Is it Enrique? Also, if we get rid of Lampard now, don't we have to spend even more money? FFP. No, so, okay. The title says Frank Lampard expected to be replaced, as in at the end of the season. So, not right now. So yeah, it's not right now. Streaming time change. So okay. So basically what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm trying to keep up with UK time. So UK, I think, went at an hour in front and we went an hour behind. So right now UK time is 10 a.m. Generally I try and do this 9:30 a.m. UK time. So yeah, the time has changed a little bit with the rest of the world. I try and aim for the UK time, because generally that's when everyone pretty much everyone sort of bases them around the UK time. So sorry about that. It's going to be like this, fluctuating every 6 months because of daylight saving. I don't know why we do this, but we do this. Miz, are you worried we could get relegated? Do you know what? I'm not worried that we'll get relegated. I think we should be safe. But if we continue with this form, if we end up not winning, then we're going to be in trouble. We're definitely going to be in trouble. This guy. I'm gonna have to start muting a few people or hide them, like this guy Sam SHR, just claiming this guy must be Mars Geezer's cousin or something. I'm gonna have to hide them. Yeah, these unnecessary people coming in and just commenting. I don't even know why they even tune in. Like, I don't understand why these people genuinely tune in. They just want to come here and be a troll. Phenomenal thing. Glad the owners want to replace Frank, because I can't handle seeing this team rubbish next season. 100%. 100%. All right, let's get in on the news. Beautiful picture of Frank Lampard. Looks very, very worried about the status of Chelsea Football Club, which I'm pretty sure he is. He's not going to be very, happy about. Of course, he won't be happy about. This isn't the Chelsea that he knew once upon a time. Obviously, he'll be concerned. Like, where is this current Chelsea team going? But Nonetheless, David Ornstein from The Athletic has written an article stating Frank Lampard is expected to be replaced in the dugout by a permanent head coach. More signings will arrive. Players are sure to go the other way, and a number of contract situations must be resolved. Now, we will talk about the most recent contract situation, which is Ben Chilwell. We'll talk about that. I'm actually very, very glad that there is potentially a contract extension in the horizon for Ben Chilwell, which is fantastic news. But I'm relieved. I'm relieved in this particular news, which is coming from David Ornstein. So this is why us fans, we need to be heard. This is why we go out there and really voice our opinions. You guys comment, you guys then retweet, like, share the YouTube videos. All of this stuff, hopefully does end up going to the relevant people that are connected to the football club, because they need to know exactly how. They need to know, how the fans are feeling. 100%. Eddie, Bayern versus City watch along me. Surely I will. I'll try. Look, I know I promised Arsenal versus Liverpool. It's just in crazy hours, man, and I need to rest. But Bayern City, that's 5 a.m. in the morning for me, just before work. So I will try my level best to do the watch along. Most probably might do that in my second channel. So do subscribe, ladies and gentlemen, to my second channel. It should be in the description, and also it's in the channel sections as well. If you go to my YouTube channel and click on the channel link, you'll see other channels, featured channels, so you can subscribe to that. Most certainly, I probably will have it in my second channel. Matt Chels, good to see you, my man. Okay, so yeah, Frank Lampard is expected to be replaced in the dugout by a permanent head coach. Fantastic. Look, I'm glad that this is coming from David Ornstein and it's coming from The Athletic. It gives me a bit of relief. I was getting worried that our new owners could potentially entertain Frank Lampard on a full-time basis. You never know. Like, so far, they've not made any solid managerial moves. So, look, I don't want to bash the owners on a regular basis. I don't want to bash them every single day. So I want them to start making the right decision. If they can promise 100% that there will be a serious manager coming in at the end of the season, I would love it. And I think we all deserve it. I think I will love it and we deserve it. So look, if we can get an announcement on the new manager within the next month or so, if we can actually nail down a manager by the end of this month or early May, then all of us fans, can forget about this season and really start focusing on next season and have hope that this shambolic season will not be repeated ever again. Right now, all of us, the fans, all across the world, we are feeling the way we are feeling is because we can't see any light at the end of the tunnel. Our form is horrendous. And on top of that, we are not being serious with all of these managerial movements that we're doing. And now we've got vibes with Frank Lampard. But by the end of the month, and if by the latest early May, if we can actually announce that we have a genuinely top-class manager ready for next season, I think we can all just embrace the remaining parts of this season and actually enjoy Frank's time and give him a good send-off. Give him a good send-off because, look, as a player, he didn't get a good send-off. And, of course, as a manager, he got sacked and there was no goodbye that was being able to provide for him. So, need the new owners to buckle up and start making some good decisions immediately. So yeah, more signings will arrive. Look, we've had a lot of signings. I'll talk about these signings very, very soon. I don't know if you guys have caught Mikel Jonathan Mikel's podcast with Dubai I think. A couple of really, really good blokes that do the podcast over there. Catch that particular podcast. Just go on Twitter and go Jonathan Mikel, or on YouTube Mikel. You will see there's a latest podcast where Mikel talks about so many things. And I think one of the key things he talks about is, there's actually many key things, but one of the ones that is related to this, all of these new signings, Mikel talks about back in his time, there were signings as well, but there was always a core. There was always a core group. The core was obviously Frank Lampard, John Terry, Didier Drogba, Peter Cech, Ashley Cole, and the likes. So there was always a core set of players, and they were the leaders. They were the ones who controlled the dressing room. They were the ones who were the men. And then new players will come in, and they would obviously fit in as much as they can. And eventually enough, if they stayed long enough, they would end up getting the respect from the leadership group. We at Chelsea Football Club right now, I don't feel like there is a leadership group anymore. Do you know what I mean? We've let go of Jorginho last January. Jorginho was a leader along with Kante, along with Kovacic, along with Thiago Silva, obviously Aspilicueta. But no Jorginho. Kante's been injured for long periods of time. Kovacic's been up and down as well. He's been injured too. We do need to start building the next set of leaders, and that core, that backbone, that spine that Mikel talks about. And all of these new signings that are coming in, that keep coming in, it does make it very difficult. It does make it very difficult to have a cohesive unit. And look, I do sympathize with some of these managers, obviously Graham Potter and Frank Lampard. Now, I do sympathize to a certain degree that it's not easy when the dressing room is quite new, filled with a lot of young players as well. You don't have that backbone who controls the situation, makes the job a little bit easier for the manager. It can get tough on a manager to come in and really try and make this group into a cohesive unit when there's no one that's in control of the dressing room. So I do sympathize to a certain degree. Obviously, there are other facets, but with all the more signings that are looking to arrive in this summer, plus a lot of players that will leave, we do have to be very, very cautious and patient about this when the new serious manager does arrive. Having said that, the new serious manager will need to hit the ground running ASAP. This is why you need someone very, very experienced. This is why you need someone who is quite capable of taking charge at Chelsea Football Club, with all the expectations from the fans and the football club itself, and the kind of project that we have. You need an experienced head. Valan, thank you so much for the super chat. Arsenal wonder kid Florian Balogun looks likely to leave Arsenal, seeing how we like young players, and he's one of the most informed strikers. Should we? I mean, I hear what you're saying, Valan. I do hear what you're saying. Balogun is actually lighting up the French Ligue 1. I'm pretty sure is he leading? I'm pretty certain he's leading French Ligue 1 as leading striker. I could be wrong here. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty certain he's ahead of Mbappe. Maybe he's ahead of Mbappe. I'm not entirely sure, which is an excellent feat. Of course, it's an excellent feat. But look, we don't need another young player, man. I would like to see someone a little bit more ready-made. Honestly, would. With all these young players, I mean, you can see how disjointed we are right now. We need some ready-made players, ready to go. We can't. I personally feel we can't just influx the entire team with all of these young players. I mean, as great as Enzo Fernandez is, and he's very mature, he's still very young as well. João Felix is young as well. Mudryk is young as well. Nadi Madueke is young as well. All of these players are very young, man. We need some ready-made players, in my personal opinion. So we'll see who we get in the striking position. There's not that many quality players available. I mean, Victor Osimhen is the number one in the hit list. Ivan Toney's name has been thrown around. Vlahovic's name is thrown around. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's move on to the next news, which is quite exciting. Breaking: Ben Chilwell is set to commit his future to Chelsea by signing a new 4-year deal. It will prolong the wingback stay from 2025 until 2027. Before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, let's smash the like button. Let's get those likes up. We've got nearly 300 people live right now, so let's get those likes up. I just realized this particular individual always provides a lot of super chats, and I have to make this person a moderator. So Valan, thank you, my man. Thank you, my man, for always providing a ton of super chat. Really appreciate it, my man. You're a massive supporter of the channel, and you're always respectful. So you're a moderator, my man. You're a moderator. Control the live chat as you please, and of course, don't block or time out anyone that potentially has a different opinion. But if they're disrespectful, obviously get rid of them. Okay, so yeah, Ben Chilwell. I'm actually very excited about this. I think in recent times, Ben Chilwell has been one of the very few that actually play for the badge. I like his attitude. There was a game, was it Aston Villa? Might have been Aston Villa, or maybe the one before that. I can't really remember. Might have been Everton, actually. He was actually, no, you know what? Might have been Aston Villa, He was the only guy that was attacking. He was the only guy that was throwing himself into the box, running up and down, trying to create something, trying to score. I think he might have even scored one against Aston Villa, which ended up being a offside goal. This guy, do you know what he's building up to be? He's building up to be a leader. He's building up to be a role model. And as I said, we do need to start creating that core. We do need to start creating that backbone. And I think I would create that backbone with this fella. He would be penciled down for me as one of those guys that I want to have for a long period. And it's great to see that we've now locked him down till 2027. We'll talk about Ian Martin very soon. What does that mean for him? What does it mean for Cucurella? But for the time being, let's celebrate Ben Chilwell's potential contract extension. He is set to commit his future till 2027. We're in 2023, so we've got 4 more years of Ben Chilwell, which is fantastic. As long as he can stay fit, I think this is a fantastic move. This is brilliant. I think the owners, tick mark, owners and the board, well done. Good job on this. You didn't wait till the last year of his contract. You got in there, knuckle down, and you're about to get this guy on a 4-year deal, keeping him till 2027. And I will pencil Ben Chilwell down as a potential leader and a potential player that's going to be part of our backbone, where the young players can look up to, and we can start a new era of Chelsea legends. I don't want to put Ben Chilwell in that group yet, but I'm hoping by the time it gets to 2027, he becomes a legend of the club. And it's great to see. So for me, this is fantastic news. Now, what does it mean for Ian Martin? Well, first of all, let's talk about what does it mean for Cucurella. A lot of people are like, get rid of Cucurella. I mean, had enough. He's a bit of a numpty. This, that, the other. Has a haircut like Sideshow Bob from Simpsons. Or even some will even say Hugh Wizzy, Arsenal fan Hugh Wizzy. Hugh Wizzy is a top channel, by the way. Look, I still believe in Cucurella. I was so buzzed. I was singing in Spanish I was singing, Enrique Iglesias, Bailamos, let the rhythm take you over, Bailamos. I mean, for Cucurella, like Cucurella for me, from what I saw Cucurella last season, I still believe in Cucurella. I was watching quite a lot of Brighton last season. That's why I know a little bit about Graham Potter and some of the Brighton players. He really lit up the show. He lit up the show, Cucurella. He kind of gave a different dimension of a LCB that can go into midfield, and also become an overlapping CB from that LCB side of things. Sometimes he would play in the wing. There is a lot of quality in Cucurella. We just need to stay patient. I feel like we need to stay a bit patient. I wouldn't sell him as yet, and I don't want to give up on him. I know a lot of you guys want to give up on him, which is fine. Each to their own. I know a lot of you guys would like to get rid of him. Each to their own. But Ben Chilwell is staying, as you can see here, till 2027. And if I'm keeping Cucurella, and I hate to say this, and I know this is a very, very unpopular opinion, because I believe in Ian Martin so much. I've actually been watching quite a lot of Burnley as well. I've been watching quite a lot of Burnley. Ian Martin is a sensational player. He really is. He's tightened up his defensive side of things, and moving forward, he's very, very good. He's electric. He's electric. But I'm sorry to say, ladies and gentlemen, I think Martin is going to get sold, I really do think. Now, think about it this way. Ian Martin has one more season left in his contract, 1 year left. Ian Martin will not come back to Chelsea to be a backup anymore. I mean, he's just blitzed the championship with Vincent Kompany. They've won promotion with the least amount of games. Won. Do you know what I mean? I think 38 games or 39 games have been played. Previous record was 40 games played, and they earned promotion. Vincent Kompany's Burnley has done it in 39 games, which is fantastic. And Ian Martin has been a top player in that regards. And for Burnley, 1 year left in his contract. I don't think Ian Martin. I can't see how. What do we do? Do we get rid of Cucurella? It's just Cucurella's on a 5-year contract on a £62 million deal. Do you think we're going to take a loss on Cucurella with the financial fair play that's got? I'm telling you right now. Like, I can see Chelsea way saying, "Miz, stop being emotional, then flip flop." I don't really know what you're talking about, Chelsea. Chelsea all the way. Maybe you want to elaborate where I'm flip flopping. Let me know. Everyone seems to be on my case lately. You're flip-flopping. I want to call you out. Elaborate, brother. Elaborate. I feel like I've always elaborated my answers. As I said, I love Ian Martin. I've loved him ever since Frank Lampard gave his debut at Chelsea in a FA Cup match, I believe, against Argyle. Plymouth Argyle, I think they're known. It might have been that team. And Ian Martin came off the bench. And since then, I liked Ian Martin. And then obviously since then, he's been in many different clubs on loan. I think he was on a loan last season to Coventry. Before that, he was in a different club as well. But this season, Ian Martin has killed it at Burnley. And under Vincent Kompany, he's become one of the very, very important players. And I think Burnley wants him as well. So 1 year left in his contract. I don't think Ian Martin would like to be a backup. I think he wouldn't mind to be a backup for Chilwell if there wasn't another left back. But I can't see how we sell Cucurella. With financial fair play on our backside, we can't afford to take any more losses. We really can't. We can't take any more losses. There you go, Shubra. Miz is the driver of Martin. Like, Shubra knows how long ago I was talking about Martin. I love Martin. But I feel like the owners will find an opportunity to sell Ian Martin, who is an academy product, and get direct profit out of him. 1 year left on his contract. If we can potentially get somewhere around 20 to 25 million on Ian Martin to Burnley, maybe add a buyback clause, something that we did with Livermento, maybe a 40, 45 million buyback clause, make it a little bit juicy for Burnley so that they do have some sort of profit if we do want to come back. Unless we get rid of Cucurella, I can't see how Ian Martin stays with us. I really cannot. The other option is if we get Ian Martin to sign a contract extension and we send Ian Martin on a loan to Burnley to enjoy the Premier League, Burnley's promotion back to the Premier League, and we see one more season. Ian Martin hasn't played Premier League, by the way. I'm pretty certain Ian Martin hasn't played Premier League. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think he's featured in the Premier League as yet. I know Chelsea thinks highly of him. So that could be a potential option as well, where we give him a contract extension and then send him out on a loan for one more season, and then we see what happens between Chilwell and Cucurella and so on and so forth. But I can't see how the owners take a loss on Cucurella. We can't afford a loss. We cannot afford a loss. So is it your view, though, that we should sell Martin because of FFP, or that just what you think will happen? I think that's what will happen. I don't want to sell Martin. I don't want to. Even if for FFP, I wish there was a way to keep Martin, but there isn't. I mean, how can you manage to have 3 left-sided players? I mean, are we even going to play with 3 at the back next season, wing backs? If we go back to left back, you can't have 3 left backs. You can have 2. Now, if we do continue with 3, you can potentially have Chilwell and Martin as the wing back, and then you can have Cucurella as a LCB. But then what do you do with Levi Colwell, Buddy Shield, so on and so forth? So I don't want to, but I think that's what will happen. I think that's what's going to happen. I hope I'm wrong. Valent, thank you so much for the super chat. I just don't see Julian Nagelsmann using Cucurella at left wing back. Potentially, might not use. We'll see. Chelsea, although Miz, has Chilwell been 100% good this season? He's been up and down like Cucurella. Relax and be objective. I am being objective. He's not been good. He has been up and down. But we're about to sign him till 2027, my brother. Get with the program. I can't be making up stuff and pushing this guy out. Like, you're going to have to get used to seeing Ben Chilwell till 2027. We are not selling him. We are about to give him a contract extension. Now, you may think, audacious things have happened previously. We've given a contract extension and we've sold him. Maybe we're trying to protect his value. Maybe. But I genuinely think Chelsea Football Club looks at Ben Chilwell as a leader. Ben Chilwell, look, honest assessment on Ben Chilwell, I've been proven wrong with Ben Chilwell. I never wanted Ben Chilwell when we first got him under Frank Lampard. I wanted Sergio Reguilon. And boy, I look like an idiot for wanting Sergio Reguilon now. Sergio Reguilon is now disappeared. Ben Chilwell, under Thomas Tuchel, that Champions League winning season, he was sensational. I still remember Ben Chilwell scored a goal. Did he score a goal or was that? Yeah, he did. Against Porto, didn't he? Against Porto, I'm pretty sure he scored a goal against Porto. He scored some really important goals as well during that season. Last season, before he got injured, very, very important for us. Reece James and Ben Chilwell were killing it before he got that injury against Juventus. Since the injury, he's not been that good, up and down, but that's understandable. But recently, he's been on fire. Recently, it seems like he's slowly coming back to his pre-injury, scenario. So overall, for me, Ben Chilwell is, I rate him. I might have not wanted him from the get-go, but I think he's a quality player. And I think Chelsea needs Chelsea needs to keep a hold of players that understand what it means to be Chelsea Football Club. We can't just get rid of all of these players, man. We can't. We need to start building the new set of leaders down the track. So I'm happy with that. Constantine, thank you so much for the super chat. Our owners really have no clue. Spending big money doesn't make you good owners. Is our squad that much better than 2 to 3 seasons ago? We are a circus. Look, that's why I want us to be a bit cautious with, wanting to spend more money, this, that, the other. I think it's time to focus on a quality manager and getting rid of a whole heap of players as well before we think about bringing more in. We do need more players. I know it sounds so silly. I know. More players, 600 million spent. Oh, you're having one. You are have some shame. You're shameless. I get it, but we do need some players in certain areas. But look, this is probably not the time. I mean, look how poor our season has gone. It's probably not the right time to talk about more players, this, that, the other. And I know we've got this particular news coming from Matteo Moretto talking about more players, but I can't escape the news. But me, potentially, I want us to be a little bit concerned. I want Chelsea Football Club to really focus on getting a top quality manager first, really get that done over the next 1 month or so, and then focus on the preseason to get some of these players gone and then think about players to come in. Chelsea have deepened conversation in recent weeks regarding Alexis McAllister. They would love to pair him with fellow Argentina World Cup winner Enzo Fernandez. Look, I rate McAllister a lot. Fantastic player. If he comes to Chelsea Football Club, 2 thumbs up. But I can't think of all of this right now, honestly. We've still got a lot of important matches, and I want to focus on that. And then we'll see what happens in the summer, where we finish as well. Can we get 40 points at least and close this shambolic season off? Can we focus on Real Madrid to see what we can do against them? Yeah. Right now, look, more than McAllister, I think we need more of a defensive midfielder kind of a player. I think McAllister can be a great double pivot player with Enzo Fernandez, but I would like us to see, get someone next to Enzo Fernandez more defensively rounded. A lot more defensively rounded than McAllister. I'm not saying McAllister's poor or anything like that, but I'm not even lying. Declan Rice from West Ham, they're going to potentially get relegated. If we can get Declan Rice on a cheap, I don't even mind that. Romeo Lavia's name's getting thrown around there. Quadio Kone from Borussia Mönchengladbach, I believe. So all of these names are getting thrown out there. So that type of a midfielder would be great. Constantine, thank you so much for the super chat. All the bloated squad again show no direction and poor planning. Was no point signing Cuckoo for 60 million after one good season when we had Martsen. I mean, look, Martsen really blew up this season. I think the loan was fantastic. If he didn't have that loan, you best believe Martsen would not have got that much opportunity with Chelsea Football Club. So very hard to assess that. We did need a left back, to be honest, Constantine. If I'm being genuine about the case, Alonso left. He needed to go. Emerson left as well. He needed to go. And we had Ben Chilwell injured. So Cucurella was needed. Cucurella is a quality player. I'm not giving up on Cucurella as yet. And look, I love Martsen. I really do. So it's just, it's a sad situation at the moment. Maybe we can get a buyback included if we do sell someone like Martsen. By the way, Miz, out of those 600 million, close to 250 million is not even with us and Kunku, Gusto, and youth players. Nah, true talk. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, smash. Let's have a look at the likes. I want to keep up with the likes today. Over 350 people live right now. Can we smash that? Take a moment right now before we touch up on the last story, which is in regards to Rudiger talking about us. Very, very interesting point. Take a moment right now if you're enjoying this live stream, if you're enjoying this interaction, enjoying this conversation with the latest Chelsea football news. Smash the like button. Let's get those likes up to well over 150. We've got only another 100 and 55 to go. So if we can get those likes up to 150, that would be massive. Already well over 100, which is fantastic. So we can get those up to 150, that would be great. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Let's get those subscriptions up. Let's get to 22,000 immediately. Okay. Last but not least, Rudiger. Very interesting comment here from Rudiger, ladies and gentlemen. The Chelsea team I played for is nothing like the current Chelsea team. But what is clear to me is that the match will be tough. They have plenty of quality players. I mean, quite telling. Quite telling how he goes. The Chelsea team I played for is nothing like the current team. I think he's trying to say, look, he probably, I don't know if he rates this Chelsea team. And then I have to agree with him to a certain degree. During his time, the likes of himself and obviously Thiago Silva and Kovacic, Kante, Jorginho, like there was full of there was a lot of leaders, right? There was quality across the field, and Rudiger's time, especially under Thomas Tuchel, like he became a huge voice. Rudiger was a huge voice in the dressing room. Rudiger, like Thomas Tuchel didn't want this. Like Thomas Tuchel badly wanted this guy to sign the contract extension. I don't think Thomas Tuchel really was bothered too much about Andres Christensen. I think he wanted Christensen as well. I do believe he wanted Christensen, but more than anything, he wanted Antonio Rudiger's contract situation to be rectified. I think Thomas Tuchel even might have pleaded to the new owners to get Rudiger to get him to sign a contract extension, but I think the new owners at that stage just weren't in a position to do all of this, and obviously Rudiger's contract came to an end and he became a free agent and he left, and that left Thomas Tuchel a bit gutted. I think that left a lot of fans gutted as well to see Rudiger leave. Rudiger was having the time of his life under Thomas Tuchel, the time of his life. He ended up becoming probably one of the best defenders during that time frame, along with Thiago Silva. And he became a bit of a cult hero. His barnstorming runs from LCB, he was so astute. He was so assured in that LCB position. After being abused and insulted during Frank Lampard time, coming back from injury, and also to a certain degree, journalists like Matt Law claiming Rudiger was the one that forced Frank Lampard out the first time around. So, look, it'll be interesting. Rudiger facing Frank Lampard's team. I think he'll have vengeance to a certain degree. Look, I'm scared. I'm scared about this Real Madrid team. This Real Madrid team has leaders across the field. Benzema, Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, Rudiger. Do you know what I mean? Like they've got, and then they've got talent of Vinicius Jr. They've got a lot of firepower. I know recently they lost. Let's check this out. Recently they lost to Villarreal, but do you know what? They I don't know if I can share this, man. Will this get me in trouble? This will become legendary. Yeah, okay. I'll just skip that one. But yeah, I hope we can compete. I really do hope we can compete against Real Madrid. I hope we can put up a good fight. I hope we can at least make it interesting till the second leg. We're going to do the preview very, very soon over the next couple of days. But just park the bus, man. I think Frank alluded on this. Frank Lampard, I think, recently commented that, the Champions League winning team that he was part of in 2012, they were disciplined enough to park the bus. Is the current group disciplined enough to park the bus? It takes immense concentration, man. It takes immense focus for the entire group to maintain this park the bus situation. This is what I would aim for at the Bernabeu. Park the bus. Literally park the bus and counter. Let Real Madrid own lion's share of the position. Miss, have you seen Mars' new video? It's so funny. I haven't really caught it yet. Let me know, and then put the link. I'll try and catch it. Carlo gonna pity Lamps and finish the first leg 2-0. Look, if we just finish the first leg 2-0, I'll probably take that. I'll take that to Stamford Bridge and see if we can do some sort of miracle. I don't know. We'll see what happens. 5-3-2 with Kova, Kante, Enzo. Potentially. I'd go with something like this. 3 at the back for sure. And then, 3 midfielders and then, 2 attackers. João Felix and Kai Havertz mostly. Maybe João Felix and Sterling. Not even Kai Havertz. Maybe João Felix and Sterling, and go with the midfield of Kova, Kante, Enzo. I think that's what I would do in the match. All right, let's wrap things up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take some final comments from you guys. Over 390 people live right now. It would be amazing to get 150 likes during the live stream. Only another 27 away from 150. Take the moment right now to smash the like button. Right now, take the moment, smash the like button. Let's pump it up to 150. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Let's take some of your final comments. We've been the best as counter-attacking team. Yeah, I mean, that's in our DNA. That vid is hilarious, bro. We'll check it out for sure. We will still have Lewis Hall as our left wing back up right. He hasn't been too bad in my... Yeah. So we'll have Lewis Hall as well. Don't be surprised if we sell him too. Miz, don't you think it's unfair to say Lamps out when you said he was the next side? What? Where are these people? Just more trolls, man. I don't know what's going on with these trolls. See you later, Mr. Troll. Okay. Trying to be serious, trying to have a proper conversation with the live chat, and then idiots come in and put comments like that. Liz, do you think we will be good again next season? I'm hoping so. Watch Lampstar, Enzo, Gallagher, Mount, midfield 3. Oh, man, not Mount. Man. I mean, not Gallagher. Mount's injured, by the way. Mount can't play. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll wrap things up. I'll catch you guys soon at the end of the day, wrapping up all the latest in Chelsea news. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Only 5 more likes to get 150 likes, and make sure you subscribe. Until next time, everyone. Take care. See ya.